KSFR, Koffin Radio.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Koffin Radio. I'm Heartthrob Rob, and today we're talking about the beef between MGK and Slipknot. The rivalry, whatever you want to call it, but it's so fucking weird where we have MGK thinking they can get at Slipknot like that, and immediately everyone coming to their rescue of, dude, you can talk shit on a lot of people, you can get into it with fucking Conor McGregor, we're rooting for you, whoever. The second you think you can talk shit about Slipknot, it's on. We're not going to let that fucking shit happen. We're not going to let anything go down. But I definitely feel that even though I don't hate MGK, I feel like they both have a side of this beef where I can understand both of them coming about this. Obviously, MGK made the comments like, oh, I hope I'm not fucking 50 years old, you know, wearing a mask while Slipknot is playing on the other side of this festival. And immediately people are like, whoa, what the fuck is your problem, MGK? Talking shit on Slipknot like that? How dare you? But, you know, real quick, the internet does not forget, right? And these internet sleuths have come with proof that kind of Corey Taylor of Slipknot, the lead singer, kind of let off the first shot earlier this year in an interview that kind of went over people's heads. People didn't really think about it. It didn't really make that kind of waves just because people were like, I don't think Corey Taylor is talking about fucking MGK for some reason, you know, which is very weird. But I think they definitely both have a beef here. The internet sleuths found out that, you know, earlier this year, Corey Taylor gave an interview that says, I hate artists who fail in one genre and decide to go rock, and I think he knows who he is, but that's another story. Well, there was a rapper kid who fucking became a rock guy now, and that's MGK, you know. So MGK alleges that Taylor's comments come from the former removed Slipknot singer. Oh, from the former removed the Slipknot singer from it. Sorry. MGK alleges Taylor's comments came after MGK removed the Slipknot singer from his album Tickets to My Downfall after not being happy with his vocal performance. Then when MGK fired back at Riot Fest with, hey, you want to know what I'm happy I'm not doing? Being 50 years old, wearing a mask, and on stage talking shit. So that's kind of where the beef comes from, right? That's what I was bringing up. MGK tweeted, Corey did a verse on Tickets to My Downfall album. It was fucking terrible, so I didn't use it. He got mad about it and talked shit to a magazine about the same album he was almost on. Y'all stories are off. Just admit it, he's bitter. There's MGK's side of the story. Hey man, I tried to get him on my album. It didn't work out, or it's fucking terrible. That part I don't agree with, but it didn't work out. And now he's fucking talking shit on an album he almost was on. What the fuck, you know? Which I can understand. If that's what the story is, I can understand there's a fucking beef there, right? But at this point, Taylor had heard enough and responded, I don't like people airing out private shit like a child, so this is all I'll say. I didn't do the track because I don't like when people try to write for me. I said no to them, so without further ado, receipts. This is all I'm going to say about it. Fucking very mature of Corey, and he dropped this screen printout where it's kind of just, you know, there's like an intermediary. You know, Travis Barker is the intermediary between MGK and Corey Taylor of Slipknot. So MGK sends a message to Travis Barker. Travis Barker screenshots it, sends it to Corey from Slipknot. And MGK is saying, hey man, can you ask Corey if he'll get on this track? If maybe he can do something. The song is about sadness, whatever, right? It's about X, Y, and Z. Could he kind of sing about that and maybe use the voice that he used for Prosthetic, you know, or whatever song from whatever album. I think it was Prosthetic or something like that. Hold on, let me read this. He's gonna pop on. First email comes from Barker. Oh no, so no, that's what it was. Sorry. So he tells him to get on the song, right? He sends him, hey man, yeah, I think I can work that out. Let me work that out for you. He says, boom, it's cool. MGK gets it back. He says, oh, this is before what I said, right? So strike that first part out where he didn't tell him shit yet. So he just says, hey man, can Corey get on the album? Corey sends something back for a track like, hey, I think this can work on this track that you sent me. MGK says, oh man, he killed it. That's fucking badass. That's dope. That's amazing. But do you think you could tell him if he could kind of switch this part up a little bit, and then maybe on this section right here, could he kind of scream like he did on Prosthetics or whatever song, right? And that's when Corey Taylor writes back, excuse me, the song is Psychosocial, by the way. And that's when Corey Taylor responds was, so I listened to the idea, and to be honest, I don't think I'm the right guy for the track. Nothing personal. I just think that if this is what MGK is looking for, someone else is the right guy to do it. It's all good, and I'm stoked for him. I hope you guys find the right fit. Hope you understand, and I wish you guys the best with it. If I can help in any way, let me know. That story is different from what MGK is saying. Corey Taylor posts the emails that he received and the text messages that he got, showing what MGK said. The only difference with MGK's story is he said that Corey's part fucking sucked. Meanwhile, you said he killed it, and you just wanted him to switch up 2 little things. But here Corey is saying, hey man, I did what you asked, but guess what? If I feel like I don't want to make those changes, or I don't want to do this, or that, hey, that ain't my style, brother, like, if we're not in the fucking studio together and we're kind of working this out, I'm sure Corey can say, you know what, brother? And like he did, hey, it's all love, man. I don't think I'm the right guy, dude. Maybe somebody else, and if I can help out, let me know. Corey did the right thing. I feel like it is very weird that he talked shit in that in that interview, though, right? I mean, if you just didn't like it, let's all sweep it under the rug. No big, no harm, no foul. I'm not comfortable switching my shit up. I don't think I'm best for this song, and I told you that through our communicator. Hey man, it's not for me right now. And for you to think, I think that's fine, right? But for Corey to kind of make a shot at him, like, I think that was the coolest thing ever. So I can understand if Corey doesn't make that shot, MGK doesn't really say anything negative about it. But, I feel like Corey kind of set it off with that quote. I'm not saying it's right, but, for MGK to start talking shit, it's like, bro, if Corey Taylor said that, I'd be like, whatever. You said that to some interview guy that didn't get fucking a million hits when it happened, right? When this happened a couple months ago, nobody really said anything. It didn't make headlines. Nobody gave a flying fuck. Meanwhile, MGK is showing he let something get to him. And, when you immediately think you can talk shit on Slipknot, I don't care if Corey Taylor did tell you to fuck off or whatever. Dude, you eat that and fucking that's what it is. So for him to come back and, you just blow it off. Like, who gives a shit? If you think Corey Taylor's fucking great or that he's lame, either way, who gives a shit? That's how you should feel at this point in the game. But for him to fucking, kind of let it get to him like that, I think that kind of shows that you're childish or whatever. And the fact that you let these people rile you up. Meanwhile, people are now booing him on stage, and you can't talk shit on Slipknot. That's what it is. It is what it is. But I think they both have a real reason to beef, or not beef, but like, I can understand if you feel some type of way if you talk shit on that. Like I said, MGK shouldn't have responded. Who gives a shit? But at the same time, if you want to go at it, fucking go at it. If Corey Taylor wants to say it, and that's what he said, hey man, I'm not here to say anything. Maybe he just let that thing slip out. He didn't name names, so maybe he just thought, hey, I'm not going to say it, I'm going to say it, It's my truth, But once it gets blown up on stage like this, and Corley just said, hey, man, he didn't say, fuck you, motherfucker, I'm going to kick your ass, little kid, or whatever, He just like, hey, here's the receipts. This is what it is. I'm laying my cards on the table. Just a crazy, crazy thing to happen. MGK versus Corey Taylor, Slipknot. But I loved seeing everyone come to Slipknot's defense, and every Eminem fan ever will still hold that grudge against MGK. But super funny stuff, man. Let me know what you guys think of the beef. Corey Taylor, MGK, fight to the death. Who wins it? Who makes better music? You know my answer. But let's talk about it in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and if you like what you're watching, then hop in the Koffin. Follow us on social media at Koffin Radio. Koffin is spelled with a K. And that's all for today.
ASMR Koffin Radio.